What's up, guys? Got the old oil debate going on. So I was looking into using a new oil for my vehicles and kept stumbling upon the 0W20 versus 530 oil debate. So I'm going to go ahead and share my 2 cents on it. My cap says 0W20. That's what I've been running in this car. Let's check the oil level. It's now due for an oil change. I normally change my oil early. As you can see, no oil burning whatsoever. 100% full at the exact mark where I put it when I first did the oil change. So this car is burning 0 oil with 0W20. Car has 61,000 miles on it. So a lot of videos were done by like an AI type video with an AI voice. Don't ever just blindly listen to these people, especially AI videos or any YouTuber for that matter. They're pretty much just parroting random stuff that they hear from other people, or a video that they watched and they wanted to do their own video on it, and they're kind of trying to generate hysteria for clicks and views on their videos so they could get money, and that's about it. They don't really care about anything else. Pretty much none of it's their actual own thoughts, own ideas, or probably very little research on the subject as well. So just wanted to say that, and let's go ahead and get this oil change done, and I'll share a few more thoughts with you. Alright, so these modern motors are designed to be able to run 020 weight oil and whatever else they specify on either the oil cap or in your owner's manual. This car specifically states with this motor in it that it recommends 0W20 oil in the United States. It also lists, I think, 520 in like Mexico for whatever reasons. I didn't really look too much into it. It could be a different size motor, it could be the same motor. It also states that the turbo 2.2 or 2.5 liter can use 530 or whatever. With this motor, it recommends the 020. You could also use 530 if you really want to. But here in a minute, I'm going to tell you why I think 020 could possibly be the best. So all 020 oils aren't the same, and all 530 oils aren't the same. There's a range to be considered 020, and there's a range to be considered 530. So there's some thinner 020s, there's some thicker 020s, there's some thinner 530s, and there's some thicker 530s. So you could possibly do a little research if you want, and you could get a 020 that's on the thicker side, and vice versa. You could get a 530 that's a little bit on the thinner side. But as I stated, as of now at least, I'm going to go ahead and keep running the 020, and I'll get into here in a minute why I think that could possibly be the best. Alright guys, so 0W20 oil protects your motor just as good or better than 530 oil. 0W20 protects your motor better when it's not broken down or sheared, and 5W30 protects your motor better if it is a little bit broken down or sheared. But as long as you have good quality, good oil in your motor, there's nothing wrong with 0W20. I was in the automotive industry for about 15 years or more. All I did all day was look at cars, inspect cars, do oil changes, transmission flushes, radiator, fuel filters, all that crap on cars all day long. Guess how many times somebody else has changed the oil on my cars? Not one time in my entire life has anyone changed the oil or anything on any of my cars besides myself. you're the type of person that takes your car somewhere, that's fine. Have somebody else do it. But you probably shouldn't go on videos and make any comments. Just take your car to someone else. Let them decide. Let them decide what's going to get put in your car. When I picked up a Wix oil filter from a little research I did, I would probably want to stay with the OEM filters, but I didn't have time to make it down to Mazda. I grabbed this down the street. Apparently it's pretty good for these Mazda 3s. The specs on it are very similar to the OEM oil filter. A lot of people put in time on what kind of oil they use, and not many people give too much thought about the oil filter. But the oil filter is actually really important. So a lot of your engine wear is during the initial startup of the motor. Every time you start your car, a lot of the wear, some people say 90% of the engine wear, is on startup. 0W20 is going to flow to all your engine components faster. Giving quicker lubrication of all the components inside your motor. So let's say your components get oil to them or lubricated 1 second faster every time you start your car. Let's say on average you probably start your car 4 times a day. Let's just say 20 times a week. That's going to be 20 seconds a week that your car could be running without being lubricated properly. So I think I said 1 minute 20 seconds a month. Add that up per year, that'd be 16 minutes a year that your motor's not properly lubricated. And if you want to cut that in half, you think that's too much, okay, then 8 minutes a year. And that's no lubrication inside the motor on the components. A lot of the reports you hear when people switch from 020 to 530 is that their motor runs quieter. Is quieter better? Maybe. Maybe not. All these motors are going to make a little bit of noise. Some rattle more than others. Even a brand new car off the showroom floor. If you put something thicker in it, yeah, it might quiet it down a hair, but that doesn't always mean that it's better. I keep checking this because I don't know how much oil this car takes. I don't care to remember. And I can top off any car with the right amount of oil without knowing how much oil the car takes. So, in my opinion, if you don't change your oil all that often and you go further on your intervals, go ahead and run 530. It'll do better the more it breaks down. If you keep up on your oil changes and you do them frequently, I think 0W20 or W20 could be your best bet. But with the 020, I'd recommend, if you drive a lot of freeway miles, you can go ahead and go 5,000 miles, change it every 5,000 miles. If you do a lot of traffic, stop and go traffic, or a lot of city driving, change your oil every 3,000 miles. Needs a little bit more. Top her off. So this car has 61,000 miles on it. I'm about to do all the services on it. Transmission, radiator, clean out the intake. Probably do the air filter, cabin air filter, and just get everything taken care of. Get all old fluids out, new fluids in. About that time. Ooh, almost right on the money, so just a hair more. We good to go. Oh, one more thing. No matter what, change your oil every 6 months. No matter if you're using 530 or 020. Oh yeah. It's right on the money. One more check. And I'm going to check the tire pressure. We're going to wash the car, put a little wax on it since we're getting into our spring and summer months. So we got all our caps, top off the washer fluid. Make sure you got everything back on. Like I said, I'm going to do all the other maintenance on it soon. I just got to go to the Mazda dealer and get all my fluids for it. So hopefully by next weekend we'll get everything else done. But at the end of the day, it's your car. Do your own research. Put in what you feel comfortable with. If you want to use 020 or if you want to use 530, that's up to you. Later.